Final score of the NFC Championship game, Rams versus 49ers, was Rams 20 to 17 49ers. Matthew Stafford had 337 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. The 1 interception did come at not that big of an increase in the game. It wasn't that costly, but it was still made a bit of a difference. And then Cooper Kupp honestly had an amazing game. 142 yards with 2 touchdowns. Honestly, a great game from him. And Odell Beckham Jr. had 114 with 0 touchdowns, which honestly, when he gets a lot of catches in general, he had 9 catches in the whole game. It seemed like he does make a big difference, and he wasn't the problem in Cleveland. It was Baker Mayfield. And Jimmy Garoppolo had 232 yards with 2 touchdowns and 1 interception, which the 1 interception was at the big influx of the game. They really could have won the whole game if he wouldn't have turned it over. In my opinion, I think he should be benched, and Trey Lance needs to come in. It's time now, and the Rams only won by a field goal. If Jimmy Garoppolo would have been more consistent, they maybe could have won that game. They had a very good chance, but honestly, Jimmy Garoppolo shouldn't be the starter of the 49ers anymore. He has to be benched now. There's no way he isn't going to be. Trey Lance needs to come in. Comment below your opinions on this game and who should be the starting quarterback for the 49ers. Kansas City Chiefs were beating the Bengals 21-3 in the second with 1:06 left. And the final score was Bengals 27-24 Kansas City Chiefs, which Joe Burrow honestly had a great game. 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. T. Higgins had 103 yards with 0 touchdowns. And Jamar Chase had 54 yards with 1 touchdown and a 2-point conversion that really tied the game up at the end, which was honestly very clutch. Patrick Mahomes had 275 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. He just honestly was playing bad towards the end of the game, especially in the overtime when they were trying to win it. And he really just couldn't get anything going. He was throwing it over people's heads, throwing it at the ground, stuff like that. He really just wasn't that accurate. So I would say it was 50% Patrick Mahomes and 50% the defense at the end of the game. In my opinion, Evan McPherson was honestly clutch through this whole postseason. He won after they got the ball, after the Chiefs turned it over. The Bengals got the ball, ran it down, and got the field goal. I think it was a 32-yarder. Honestly, a great game. Honestly, I was very impressed by the Bengals in general. In the Super Bowl, it's going to be Bengals versus Rams. I think the Rams are going to win. I think it's going to be 28-24. And I think Aaron Donald's probably going to be the player of the game, Super Bowl MVP. And honestly, I think the Rams defense is going to be too much for the Bengals offensive line. It's going to give a lot of pressure to the Bengals and their offense. And I think Joe Burrow is probably going to get a lot frustrated just because having that much pressure going at him, Von Miller, and all those players rushing at him, I think it's giving him a lot of pressure. I think he's going to run the ball a lot as well during the Super Bowl. But what's your opinion on this game?